What are we looking at?
Somebody called in a noise complaint around 11. Said a gang of kids were raising hell here. We get here 10 minutes, everybody's gone.
Vanished in a puff of reefer smoke.
You can smell it. And we found traces of ecstasy, too.
I can remember when ecstasy was Sophia Loren.
The kid who answered the door, David Kraling, tells us we got a body upstairs.
So take a look.
You know what time it is? What are you doing up?
Frankenstein, for school.
The movie wasn't bad, the one with Boris Karloff.
The book's not scary at all. It's a love story. Really? See, Frankenstein creates this monster, right? And all the monster wants is someone to love him for who he is.
He's not alone there. I'm going on a call. I don't know how long I'll be, but when I get home, you better be asleep.
Maybe.
No, maybe.
I'm on page 36.
Everything the last minute. And don't forget, call your mother.
Watch it. It's a hell of a mess. Must have been 50 kids in here.
So Mom and Dad are out of town?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a goddamn shame, isn't it?
Any ID?
Her purse is over here on the floor. Jody French, 15 as of 2 weeks ago.
Who found her?
The kid whose parents own the place. Yeah, his name's David Kraling, 16. Uniform said he was genuinely upset, surprised.
Yeah?
When he got here, yeah. Kid said he found her after everyone left.
Or else everybody saw her and they all took off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Help me move the bed away from the wall. I have to see behind the headboard.
You know, I've been to 24 suicides by gunshot, and almost every damn one of them, the guys shoot themselves in the head, and the girls shoot themselves in the heart.
The exception would have been my ex. She didn't have one.
Okay, we definitely got a contact wound here. No visible signs of any kind of struggle at all. Does anybody notice but me that the bed's not even messed up? Oh.
Yeah, blood in a barrel like that. That's consistent with a hard contact wound right there.
38, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bend her forward now. Let's check it out.
Okay. Bullet went right through. Right through.
Probably a pure lead slug. I don't feel a hole. Didn't go through the board, so it's still in there.
Anybody find a note?
No, none.
You see how she's laying here in the center of the bed? If you wanted to get the gun up to her chest like that, you'd have to come right over here to get the bullet like that. Right? Why the hell do that? Why not just come in and stand and shoot her from here?
Can't argue with that. She'd be fighting it all the way.
Yeah.
What I want to know.
Where did she get the gun? She's just a baby.
This here's David Kraling. Dominic Da Vinci.
How do you do, David? Did you know this girl?
Oh, yeah, I've seen her at school. I didn't know her well enough to speak to.
Now, what about this gun? Any idea where she might have got the gun?
I have no clue. I don't know.
What time did you find her up there?
Uniforms got here about 11:15.
Does that seem right?
David, you happen to notice if Jody showed up here with anybody?
No, I mean, there's a lot of people here. Most of them weren't even from my school.
Well, how you come with that list of names, the ones you did know?
It's finished.
This is it here? 4 names?
Well, you better think harder, because if I don't see a list that I can believe, I will make you smoke it.
What's your take on this?
I'm okay with suicide. But I think somebody should contact social services. This boy should not be left alone tonight. Okay?
All right.
Chick called on that suicide. Ballistics has a match on the gun, and he's running a gunshot residue test on the victim's hands.
Good for a chick.
Patricia's ready for you downstairs.
Okay. That's exactly where I'm headed. Oh, boy. I woke up that child psychologist pretty early this morning. So I sent her down to the high school, and she says she'll get back to me as soon as she knows something. So please, please put that call through. I know Patricia hates it, but put it through.
You know that girl, Jody? The paper didn't say very much about her.
Yeah.
I don't think she had very many friends in school.
What about you? When you were at school, were you a geek or were you popular?
Well, everyone thinks they're a geek somewhere, even the popular ones. I was popular with myself.
Okay, I'll see you in a while.
The bullet wound is small and consistent with a hard contact entrance wound.
Powder burn?
There's a burn ring evident, and the skin around it was burst outward in a stellate pattern. It's not fully pronounced because her T-shirt took some of the impact.
Oh, that's okay, because Chick's gonna do a gunshot residue test on her hands, see if she fired the weapon, so I'll do it.
That may not be much help. When you fire a revolver, discharge flies out everywhere.
Yeah.
Fire, smoke, unburnt powder, bits of lead. If you happen to be standing nearby.
Revolvers can be pretty notorious for giving you false positives.
Are you trying to tell me that we can't determine positively she pulled the trigger?
We will not be able to determine that. With a contact wound like this and no other definitive artifacts, it could be self-inflicted or not.
Well, at least we get toxicology back and we'll find out whether or not she was high or whatever, right?
I'll get it.
Would you have Gabriella call me after school today? She was supposed to call
She
me
didn't
yesterday.
call
She
you?
didn't.
I told her to call.
Well, she didn't.
Okay. I'll make a note.
Getting to be a habit, her staying with you.
I know, we get along so well.
Well, it's because you let her get away with murder.
Oh, come on.
Her grades are slipping.
They're not slipping. Look, she just had the one project.
Sorry. We're going to have to start treating this as a homicide.
Yeah?
Yeah, the gym teacher says there's some rumors floating around school.
Okay, you know, rumors are fairly typical, right?
Well, there's this one particular student named Shelley Dunn. She's spreading it around that she saw Jody at a party arguing with the boys she met there.
Anyway, Chick's gone back to the scene to give it another look.
Well, that's good.
And Cosmo's at her school talking to some of her friends who were at the party.
All right. And what about this gun?
It's registered to Jody's brother here. I'm going to be talking to him, too.
Perfect. What's that girl's name? Shelley Dunn?
Where's Shelley Dunn?
I know what Shelley's saying to everybody, but she wasn't even there when it happened. She'd left already.
Is there a reason why she would lie about that?
She didn't like Jody. I heard they had a fight that day at school. I don't know what about.
But you were at the party, and you saw something. You won't get in any trouble, will you tell me?
It was this boy. I think his name's Peter. He and Jody went upstairs. I went up to use the bathroom. I heard them talking in the bedroom. And when I came out of the bathroom, he was going down the stairs and Jody was in the bedroom crying.
Did you go in and talk to her?
I asked her what was wrong. She just got up and closed the door on me. I went back downstairs.
Did you hear what could have been a gunshot?
No, the music was really loud.
So what do you make of Carmen's story?
It depends on what we get from this other girl, Shelley. We're interviewing her tomorrow. She was too shaken up to talk to us today.
She was too shaken up?
Hey, thanks a lot. Okay, I'm going to want to seize the contents of this and take a good look at it. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. That's fine by me. We can get it from you tomorrow. Oh, boy. It's pretty much how the inside of your head looks when you're that age. Total mess. Hey, let me know. I've got more kids to talk to.
You know, if any of the parents or the kids want to talk to me, I'm available.
I'm counseling as many of the classmates as I can individually. I'll keep you up to speed.
Did you get a picture at all of what Jody was like?
Intelligent, hardworking, kept to herself. Quite a talented writer from what her English teacher says. Hey, how are you doing?
Well, these are the worst cases. Gabriella?
Just a sec, Dad.
Just a sec, Dad.
What are you doing home?
The cable guy What are you doing?
Well, I'm just not feeling very good. I decided to come home early.
You decided to come home early. You weren't feeling well. What's wrong?
I don't know. I'm just tired. Maybe I have the flu.
Flu? Oh, no. Let's see if you have the temperature. No temperature. Is something bothering you?
No. Come on, Dad. I'd tell you if there was.
Would you?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know if you need something. You know what? I think I should leave your door open.
No, can you close it, please?
Just a little bit.
No, all the way. Thanks.
Hey, Dominic.
Hey, Chick, I'm going to have to take a look at all that evidence as related to that suicide.
Nothing to see. When I went over the bedroom again, the stupid kid who lives there already scrubbed the place clean.
Why would you do that?
He said he was worried about his parents seeing the blood. The scene was pretty contaminated to begin with. Too many kids running around.
Yeah.
And if there's anything, it's with the gun. I got a partial print. That doesn't belong to the girls. Could be the brothers. It was registered to him.
What does your gut tell you on this?
Kids get lonely, depressed. I sure as hell wouldn't want to live through it again.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks for coming down. Appreciate that. Shelley Dunn. She says she can place a boy arguing with Jody in the room.
What about the other girl, the one that you said at the school that said that Jody was alive when the boy left?
I don't know. I mean, Shelley was pretty adamant about what she saw and heard.
Yeah.
Well, what about the stuff from Jody's locker?
No, I'm looking at it still, but like I said, it's available if you need it.
Oh, good. Listen, we got a name for the boy who was said to be arguing with Jody. It's Peter Floric. He's 16. Nobody admits to knowing him very well.
Nobody knew him, huh?
Yeah.
Just like Jody, nobody knew her.
Exactly.
No, everybody's got a secret life.
Uh-huh. Or over there?
Sure.
Summer.
Hey, Danny. How you doing?
Good.
Francois with you?
Francois in Montreal trying to straighten out our problem. Didn't Summer tell you?
I forgot to mention it. Sorry.
Hey, you know, we were just talking about where to, put the stage. Figured maybe, Summer could sing for us when we open.
Think about that.
Good.
So everybody says. Come here for a second. Come here. That's Francois' girlfriend, for Christ's sakes.
Hey, she called me, all right? She wants to play the club. What am I going to say, no?
We got a lot of shit coming down on us right now. You're going to bury yourself in it.
Hey, I haven't seen that narc around in about a week, all right? I'm careful, Danny.
Careful?
So what did Francois' brother say about the leak?
I say he's bugging it.
Good.
As far as careful goes, that narc's circling the block.
Shit. Are you sure?
I'm looking out for business. You better start doing the same thing. Now wake up. Things get around.
Francois doesn't need to know I was here.
I did that for you. What are you gonna do for me?
To the fair son from the envious moon.
Picked up that Peter Flora kid around noon. He was still in bed instead of school. He didn't put up much of a fuss. Parents are both professionals on a cruise. We're trying to reach him. Kid's waiting an interview right now for the family lawyer.
Did you find anything else in her room that links him with Joey?
We found some games, email on his computer. He's been talking to somebody in code, it looks like.
In code? From the fair son of the envious moon?
Yeah, where'd you get that?
Well, it's Romeo and Juliet. Shakespeare. Actually, it was an inscription inside a book. I pulled out of her locker. Anything else?
A bunch of gibberish.
Yeah, the code looks like it's in some kind of mathematical order. We're trying to figure it out.
A couple eggheads.
She found her heart almost dead center, and the wound is still consistent with either suicide or homicide.
No drugs, but a moderate level of alcohol in her system. And it's difficult to say for certain, but she also may have had sex that night.
Any sign of sexual assault?
There's no visible signs of any vaginal bruising or tearing, no other indication she was forced.
Unless Romeo was holding the gun to her head.
If she did have sex, it was protected. There's no serology for DNA.
Fingernails showed nothing else we can use either. Chick went over her with an alternate light source. No usable prints or saliva on her body.
He did find a few loose hairs, but they turned out to be hers.
They were hers.
Have you been able to locate her family?
Just her brother, Connor. He's been the one raising her.
He's up in Charlotte's on a halibut boat. He'll be in later today to ID the body.
So it looks like we're back to square one with pathology, huh?
It's all down to rumor. But if you ever get that email decoded, I want to see that.
Did you go to the party with Jody, or did you meet her there?
I met her there.
You two are friends, right? Or were you more than just friends?
Friends.
So what was the argument about?
Next question.
How long did you know Jody?
I transferred from Victoria 2 months ago, so about 2 months. We had mutual interests.
Oh. And what would those be?
Poetry, writing, literature.
Romeo and Juliet?
Yes, amongst others.
You liked her more or she liked you more? Which was it?
What do you mean?
Well, one person usually likes the other one more. That was you, right?
I don't know how you can make an objective kind of judgment on the strength of another person's feelings. I mean, I didn't rate the strength of her feelings on a scale.
Did you have sex with her?
Yes.
But you were just friends, huh?
Was it consensual?
Of course.
Where did it take place?
In the bedroom at the house.
So you had an argument. Was that before or after you had sex?
We didn't have an argument.
We have information that says that you did.
You've got false information.
It was ruled suicide at the scene, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. But that was before we have what we have now.
And you now have rumors and what else?
A witness to a confrontation, correspondence between Jody and Peter, which we'd like your client to decipher for us.
That correspondence is personal and completely irrelevant.
Well, we'd like to have it. See, that way then we can make an objective judgment ourselves.
Of course, we could clear the whole thing up right now. Just allow your client to submit to a gunshot residue test.
You're joking, of course. Can we go now?
You can go. We'd like Peter here to stay for a little while.
If you're going to charge him, Bob, charge him. Otherwise, let him go.
Sorry, Barbara. The detectives are allowed to detain him until tomorrow afternoon before laying a charge.
Damn it.
Did the police pick up Peter? Well, if you don't mind, I don't want to talk about Peter at this moment. I know this is tough. But I'd like if we could talk about Jody, if you could give me some impression of what she was like. It would really help.
She was real smart. She got all the brains in the family.
Yeah.
Kind of the ugly duckling story, I guess. She started out real awkward looking, and then she She turned into a really beautiful, beautiful young girl.
Yeah, she did. So things were going good for her.
Real good. Real good. Except for this Peter kid. He wouldn't leave her alone. He kept coming over to the house. And, you know, I'd come home early and they'd be there skipping school.
Had she ever talked about or even hinted at taking her own life?
No.
Hey, do you have a handgun?
Yeah.
What kind of handgun do you got there?
It's a 38. I got it off another fisherman. No, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
You're gonna remember the name of it. My brother was very devastated. I bought it, except he gave me this distinct impression that Peter was maybe stalking Jody.
Whatever the outcome, homicide or suicide, I want you to stay on top of things at the school. I spoke to the crisis line. They're recording a small jump in a number of teens calling in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You remember Carmen?
Oh, sure.
Hi.
Hi, nice to see you. You want to come in my office? We'll stay out here.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Kids were passing this around the school. I took it away from them.
This is her diary?
Half the school read it already.
Half the school. How are things at school?
A lot of the kids think she killed herself, and the rest think Peter killed her. Everybody's pretty confused.
How about you?
Some of the things she says in there about being a geek and nobody understanding her. She thought she was different, but she was just feeling like everybody else does some days. Maybe that's why everyone's so upset. She wasn't all that different.
Like 3 inches going.
Get those. Oh, God.
Did you read the diary?
Hey, Mr. Da Vinci, how goes it with you?
Not bad. Did you read it?
Yeah.
And?
Got some photocopied excerpts right here.
Yeah, I'll keep that.
Oh, just give me the #1 breakfast, but make sure it's white toast, okay?
Yeah, a refill on the coffee when you got a chance?
Okay, Chick.
What'd you think?
What'd you think?
Well, I think from what was written there, there's no way he killed her.
Well, that's not the way I read it.
The boyfriend did it, absolutely. It's all in there.
Bullshit. Where do you get that from?
Listen to this right
Sorry.
here. Look at this one. His love consumes me.
Yeah?
Sucks me dry until I'm nothing. A shell, murdered, dead. A brown leaf on a winter river.
Now, that's a definite cry for help.
It's a love story.
Hey, Frankie and Johnny. That was a love story, too.
What Chick gave us last night, we should be able to charge him.
See you guys.
What? What did you give him last night?
Well, the print on the gun belongs to the boyfriend, Peter Florick.
That's it? Big deal. The gun's at the girlfriend's house. You probably showed him the gun at some point. He gets his fingerprints on it. So what? Is that the case?
About as thin as his coffee.
You know what's going to happen, don't you? Rumors are going to convict this kid.
I'm on a sink, Chick.
You know, I can't get a read on what these kids are thinking. I can't get a read on what my own kids think half the time. What am I going to do?
And they're interviewing the kid now. You might want to check it out.
Is that where they went? Can you get this for me? Sure.
So, Peter, you ready to decipher that code for us yet?
Look, I told you, it's not relevant.
Well, that's okay. We got some people on it. Of course, they're not as smart as you, but hell, you put 1,000 monkeys in a room, who knows?
Let's talk about the gun for a minute.
I don't know anything about it.
Sure you do. Your prints are all over
I'd
it.
like to see some paperwork on that.
No problem. Peter, what about the gun?
Okay, it was her brother's.
How'd you get your prints on it?
He threatened me. He said if he ever saw me with Jody again, he'd shoot me. So I took it while he wasn't around. I was afraid.
So why you took it to the party with you? You afraid he might show up?
Peter, I'd advise you not to answer that.
Why did you leave the gun with her?
She took it. She wanted to get it back before he noticed.
I think he's telling the truth.
I think you got tunnel vision. The kid's a smart aleck. He's in there right now laughing at the dumb cops.
I'd like to hear what the brother has to say about threatening Peter.
Well, he was in Charlotte fishing. I mean, how much of a threat can that be?
What about the girl Jody had a fight with, Shelley Dunn? She's your primary witness, right? I mean, if she's got another agenda, I'd like to know about it. So maybe you should talk to her again. We can hold him for a little while longer because of the print on the gun, but still don't have enough to charge him. So if he gets more statements, let me know.
You know, when I was in high school, I went out with this girl, Loretta. She's pretty, smart. We had this wild laugh, crazy, just nuts about each other. We must have done it everywhere.
Yeah? You were getting some in high school.
Yeah. But listen, though, listen.
Okay, sorry.
One day, she just starts passing me by in the hallway, right? Like I'm not even there. I'm just invisible to her. It drove me crazy. I get so pissed off, I head back to my locker. I rip the shit out of it. I'm thinking of her. I just want to choke her. I just want to kill her. You know what I'm talking about? That feeling?
Yeah, crime of passion.
See, that's what's bothering me. It's like, if this Peter was so much in love with her, and he knows her better than anybody in the world, how come he can't provide any insight as to why she commits suicide?
Well, he can't tell you that because that's not what happened. And you could live with a person for 50 years and never really know them. The human heart is a dark organ.
Oh, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Have a cigarette.
You betcha.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. You know, I got an offer from the Atlanta Institute for Forensic Science to come out for a year.
Well, you can't take it, though.
No, I can't leave Vancouver. But it was flattering.
Atlanta?
It's in your mind. You haven't asked me how I am since, I don't know when.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Apologize for that. No, it's Gabriella. You know, ever since I moved out, I don't get to see her with her friends. I don't really hang with her. And I don't know what she's up to.
It's a secret of yours. There's nothing we can do. You just gotta have faith. She's got two parents who love her.
You and Jody had some problems.
I didn't particularly like her. She was conceited.
You knew Peter, but you didn't mention that before.
He was a smart guy, and he helped me out with my English paper once. We used to talk, but I didn't know him very well.
Was Jody jealous of your relationship with Peter?
I don't know. There was no reason for her to be.
We heard that you and Jody had an argument the day of the party.
She asked me where the party was, and I said if she didn't already know, then I wasn't about to tell her.
But you told Peter about the party.
Uh-huh.
So you told Peter, but not her? Why?
He was nice to me. She wasn't.
Let's go back to the party. You said that you heard an argument between Jody and Peter. But we have a witness who contradicts that, says you'd already left the party.
I heard them arguing, I know that.
Did you see Peter leave?
I saw him go outside. I don't know if he came back in or not, but there were people drinking in the backyard.
Did Peter like you? You know, have a crush on you?
Maybe. He never mentioned it, but he's shy.
Did you tell Jody that you like Peter?
No.
Dee, do you have a sec?
What?
I have a confession to make. I'm feeling a little bit guilty. When I was copying the diary, I read some of it.
You read some of it?
A lot of it.
So what do you think?
Well, it's really beautiful, actually. She was so passionate. She loved him so much. She actually mentioned several times that she couldn't live without him.
This got too intense. His parents disapproved. Her brother threatens the guy.
Love denied, that only makes it stronger.
It hurts to love like that. Then you start drinking a little bit, like at that party, and whoa. Was it gonna end?
You can't. That's why you never forget your first love. Anyway.
Did you threaten to shoot Peter?
Damn right I did.
Why?
He was strange. He was always coming over, calling her, on the email with her. Wouldn't leave her alone, and she didn't like that.
She didn't like it, or you didn't like it?
I was only looking out for her best interests.
You tell her not to see him again?
Yep.
You threatened Jody about that?
Never. I was only protecting her. That's all I was ever doing, was protecting her. You let this kid walk, and I'm gonna do something about it.
I'm gonna warn you one time about making those kind of threats. You're already facing a charge of unlawful storage of a firearm. We don't want a crime of passion on top of that, do we?
What would you do if she was your sister?
We got Peter's prints on the gun. We got the argument at the party. That's means, motive, and opportunity.
That's not a case. My colleague here will present witnesses who will say that he left the party and didn't have opportunity. And as far as motive goes, we have no one who can tell us the substance of the argument.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll be taking Peter home now.
He'll be back.
I want you to stay in touch with me, you understand? You promise me you're going to see my psychologist?
I promise. I really need to talk to someone.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Sorry, Miss Westerman.
Peter, I'd like you to meet Mr. Da Vinci. He's with the coroner's office.
My pleasure. Can I speak with him?
Mr. Da Vinci's handling Jody's case.
All right.
Thanks. Thanks. I know this is really difficult for you, to have to talk about this over and over. But look, from my standpoint, I see this way too often. And I just want to know from an intelligent young man like yourself, in your opinion, could anything have been done at all that could have prevented what happened with Jody?
I don't know. She seemed fine to me. Do you still have her body?
Yeah. I'm actually releasing it this afternoon.
Can I see her?
No, I'm sorry. There's a request from her brother, only family. Well, you take care of yourself. Right? Thanks. I got a call from the chief pathologist at the Atlanta Institute for Forensic Science. He's asking about your qualifications.
They offered me a position
When did this happen?
2 weeks ago.
Were you going to bother to tell me?
I was making a decision.
Well, I'm confused. You've been very guarded recently.
Well, maybe I have.
Sounds to me like you've lost some passion for the job.
No, not the job. The limitations here.
Oh, Patricia.
Where do I fit in? I mean, I've had a lot of patience for you and your divorce and where we're going, and all I get are mixed signals.
I was married a long time. To tell you the truth, I'm beginning to enjoy the freedom.
At least the kid, there's no further evidence to be found.
Don't be too sure.
What? You mean he's guilty until he's proven innocent?
Yeah, that's the way it is. When are you going to be satisfied? He's free.
He's not free. He's going to live with the stigma of being a suspect the rest of his life.
We gotta follow the evidence.
You could let him off the hook a little bit, couldn't you?
The evidence led us right to him. We can't change that.
We're still pursuing him as a suspect. And we can't make any statements.
Is that true? So this girl Jody's death, this tragedy, that's not enough for 1 week for you? Leo, you're hungry for more?
You know, a little girl got murdered. And he's getting away with it. That's a goddamn tragedy here.
You know, Peter never really did give us a satisfactory explanation.
Would you have heard him if he did?
I would have felt differently.
Would you have heard him if he had?
I have to believe we would. Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
You look nice. Are you going out with your detective?
Don't work too late.
I won't. Good night.
Night.
Honey, you went there yesterday. Yeah, you did. I dropped you off there. Well, we'll talk about it when I get home, okay? I'm on my way now. You don't leave before I get there. Okay.
Everything okay, Leo?
Oh, yeah, peachy. What, you got a date?
Yeah. I got butterflies, man.
Yeah, butterflies. Lana.
I must have got the wrong key.
Honey, that's not our door. It's okay. All these doors look alike.
Well, you told me to take care of business. I just took care of some.
Oh. What are you talking about?
Well, you don't have to be paranoid about that damn narc anymore. I whacked the guy.
Jesus Christ, Leon.
What? What was I supposed to do, Danny? He comes to my place, he jacks me up, tells me he wants in on the action. Can you believe that? Yeah, well, he got a piece of the action.
Didn't have to kill him. You know, if he was dirty, we owned him. When?
I don't know. About an hour and a half ago.
Hour and a half ago. What have you been doing?
I had to bury him, right? I got hungry. I went to lunch.
What'd you bury him?
Now that's better if you don't know.
Christ, Leon. Just checking for a wire?
Oh. Well, he's not going to be transmitting from under the dirt.
He was wearing a tape, and every goddamn thing you said's gonna be on that goddamn tape.
You know, you get way bent out of shape over nothing, Danny. Look, nobody's gonna find him, okay? You know, you should get laid. And then get high. You like to get high, don't you, Danny? You know, just a little something just to, take the edge off. A bientôt.
Coming through.
Hey, Dominic. There's one set of footprints coming in through here.
What do you think now, Leo?
That's guilt.
That's pain.
Okay. Well, there was no note in the body, no note on the scene, nothing at the house.
Why don't you take the rest of the day?
Yeah? You know what? I think I will. But if the parents call, I'll tell you what, I'll be at the house. Just call me. I'll be happy to come back.
A computer analyst broke the code on Jody and Peter's email. Mick and Leo looked it over, and it's intimate and personal and wouldn't have changed anything. They loved each other.
They love each other. I'll be home. Hello? Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna close this door. You will both put your clothes on. You will then go down to that room at the end of the hall, which is the living room, sir, where we will talk. Okay? Hello? Oh, hi, Patty. Sorry, yeah, no. Well, I'm a little drained. Actually, she came home early from school. She's feeling a bit under the weather, I guess. Yeah. Well, you know, one kid catches it, they all catch it. That's how it goes. Could be a virus. Tell you what, when she wakes up, I'll get her to call you, okay? All right. I'm going to lay down for a minute. That was, her mother. So, is there a reason here I'm not being introduced?
Daddy,
Yes.
this is Keith.
Keith. Keith. I'm not going to lie to you. What I want to tell you is this. You are all living in the most dangerous time of your life right now. If you make it to the age of 21, count yourself lucky. Because if drinking and driving doesn't kill you, you're lucky. If drugs don't get you, you're real lucky. If depression over the lack of a secure future, over a broken heart, if that doesn't get you, you're lucky. Now, if you are unlucky, that's when you meet me. And what I do is I have you stripped naked, and then I lay you on a metal slab. My pathologist will cut open every organ in your body, and all your secrets are now open for the whole world to know.